What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
What happens with Marco? Are Elle and Noah together? Are Joey King and Jacob Elordi returning to reprise their role once again for the follow-up to the third installment? Let's find out.
I already sent out applications to Boston University, Tufts, Boston College,
and Harvard.
Current status. Released way back on August 11, 2021, the third installment of the popular Netflix franchise was set to be the final one to complete the trilogy. Before we get into details, you need to know that the franchise is based on a book of the same name by Beth Reekles. Basically, Beth is the person we should all send thank you cards to for creating such an enjoyable story. Anyway, it's been almost a year since we last saw Elle, Noah, and Lee, and fans are still waiting for the creators to at least consider making another part. In the case of TKB, the continuation is something that must happen, simply because of the fact that the third part left us with more questions than answers. Fans crave more of the story, and the good news is that Netflix might finally consider giving us a continuation. The most important thing for now is that Beth Reekles said we might see another film if the third one gets popular and successful enough, meaning that you have nothing to worry about because TKB 3 shares the same amazing success as its predecessors. But is there a chance for us to see all of the familiar actors back? Considering the history of Joey King and Jacob Elordi, we might see a brand new cast ensemble in the potential next installment. As you already know, the couple broke up after dating for almost a year, with Joey King getting engaged to Stephen Piet in 2022. This clearly means both of them have continued with their lives. And honestly, we don't really believe each of them is interested in the idea of acting together with an ex. Honestly, we think it would be fun if the creators decide to do another film that will have a different central couple other than Elle and Noah. Perhaps we'll see more of Marco?
Oh yeah, oh my god, I am super duper thankful that I found Chloe's earring.
Marco's uncertain future. Every romance needs a handsome new addition that will mess things up for the lead couple. 365 Days brought Nacho and TKB brought Marco. Anyway, if we compare Nacho and Marco, well, there's a huge difference. We kind of feel sorry for Marco. Viewers met this character in the second installment with him being given one purpose: go for Elle and ruin her relationship with Noah. We honestly feel sorry for him because the creators decided to give him zero character development. All we know about him is that he was interested in the female lead of the franchise, nothing else. We also saw him in the final part, but he was given a poor conclusion. When Elle dumped him for the third time, he expressed his dream of moving to New York to fulfill his music ambitions. This is all the creators revealed about his future. Perhaps they could have given him another love interest so we could see a proper conclusion for such a kind character. Don't you guys think this is a good idea? What happened to him after the time jump? Did he become a musician? All of these questions can only get answered if a fourth film happens.
Right, and you want to make it more complicated?
I want to make it more fun. That's what the audience wants.
The future of TKB. The Kissing Booth 4 is not confirmed, at least at this moment. But let's be real, we live in a world where continuations of films happen all the time. We see continuations to projects that don't really deserve to be continued, at least based on their success. And if we're sure about one thing, is that TKB was one of the most watched franchises on Netflix. The third installment quickly rose to the top of the most watched list on the network shortly after its release, with more and more fans tuning in to find out what will happen to their favorite couple. Since most of them believe the story didn't get a proper conclusion, these same fans would obviously tune in for the potential fourth installment. Throughout the third film, viewers saw Elle deciding what she wants to do with her future, with her constantly dragged between her boyfriend Noah and her best friend Lee, who just happens to be Noah's brother. Thankfully, she decided to choose herself and not to go to Harvard with Noah or Berkeley with Lee, a character played by Courtney. Finally, realizing that she needs to put herself on the priority list, she chose to study video game design at USC. We've previously mentioned that Netflix often decides to continue successful projects, and one of the best examples is To All the Boys. This franchise contained 3 parts as well, with Netflix resuming the story with spin-off TV series. And more importantly, the creators of TKB have so many possibilities about the story for the next part.
And get close enough, so let's get crazy before we let the truth.
More of Lee. One of the biggest issues in the third part is the 6-year time jump. Because of this time jump, the film skips some of the most important events that viewers believe deserved to be included in the story. This is also why we don't know what happens with Lee after he attended Berkeley. His brother's a lawyer and Elle is a video game designer, but what about him? What did he accomplish? After all, he's one of the lead characters in the franchise, so we kind of expected to discover more about his future. We do know that he is engaged to Rachel, but we wish that we had seen him proposing to her. The next installment could explore more of Lee's life, and it would be really fun to see a wedding between him and his loved one. What do you guys think about this? Do you also believe the film should have had a more detailed conclusion for him?
Time dreams and fantasies listed out on one very important piece of paper.
Damn, we put together.
Where is Chloe? Chloe is, without a doubt, one of the best characters in the story. She never showed a particular interest in Noah, yet Elle was constantly blaming her for stuff like that. Just like Marco, Chloe deserved better. The films didn't really care about giving her a different purpose other than her ruining Elle and Noah's relationship. And she didn't even try to ruin them. Did she graduate from Harvard? Did she meet someone? What happened to her after graduation?
Can we go again?
Did Elle and Noah get back together? The question that bothers viewers the most, and the question that screams Netflix should simply continue the story. We've previously said that the final part focused on Elle deciding what to do with her future, with the teens spending the summer at the Flynn's beach house, which was intended to get sold afterward. During the film, the fan favorite couple goes through an intense breakup, which lasts for a long time. And then the 6-year time jump happens, with the creators giving fans a form of an open end, meaning that it's up to you how the story concluded and we'll never know if the couple ends up together. While trying to cover up and squeeze many storylines and give a proper ending, the franchise ends with plenty of plot holes and even more questions that likely will never get an answer. Unless Netflix saves the day and makes another film.
Lee told me that you're developing video games now, your own game.
Yeah, I'm designing games.
On a related note, what do you guys think? Do you believe TKB deserves a continuation? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching!